My name is Adrian Weidmann. I am the Managing Director of StoreStream Metrics. I have been involved with this show since the first days in San Francisco. I've been in this space since 1997. I've grown with this show over the years. So it's an amazing. I was just telling Chris how, from those 40 of us back whenever, now this many years down the road to see it grow to this, it's quite fascinating. So it's more coming to see what people are doing, trends. Also, clients come here, so it's a great place to rendezvous with clients. But certainly to see, sort of where the trend is, particularly as it relates to technology and workflows and processes and so forth. So it gives you a good vision of what's coming down the road for the next year or two. A lot of it is we see brighter, bigger, cheaper, many of the same things, but certainly in an infancy in the sense of how people are beginning to use these technology to enable complete solutions. So that's exciting to see. I think we're in the adolescence phase. So in terms of where the market is, I think we've gotten past the what is this and here's a screen and you bolt it onto the wall. Now we're seeing far more immersive environments and taking these technologies and actually enabling it as a true communication medium. The trend is absolutely what I refer to as cross-channel communication, where digital signage, as we know it, is one element of a whole series of communication tools. The consumers of media, they're taking control. Our mobile devices, they are taking control of who, what, where, when, how. Brands of their choosing are communicating with them. And I see a great opportunity, and we talk about content and engagement at these shows for years, and to now look at how to take those content elements and deliver it into all those channels where digital signage is one crucial element in that communication channel. It's fascinating to see from agencies to brands to retailers to hospitality, across the spectrum of verticals, we're seeing the same thing. So, well, surprisingly, the topic is cross-channel. We're going to be talking about just by definition, what does cross-channel mean? I think there's some definitions that need to be had, similar to what we had with digital signage. Everybody had a different word for it, in many cases still do. So we want to talk about cross-channel and what that actually means, how it's defined, and how to deliver digital media into those cross-channels. Once again, relevant to this show, how digital signage is a relevant and important piece of that communication chain. It runs the gambit. Like I said, I've been involved for so many years. It's fun to, see. There's probably 20 or 30 of us that we sort of run into each other and go, here we are again, and another year has gone by. It marks time, which is always the trade show world. It certainly marks time. So many new faces. And the overall caliber, certainly from the education sessions, I've certainly seen a vast improvement, if you will, of the caliber of the people that are coming to try to educate themselves on this. And as far as the trade show floor, I think we're seeing far more executives in whatever their field of expertise is, but certainly people seem to recognize that this show is the place to come to at least get a barometer on the industry. I think there's a far more need for people to get educated. At the advisory board meeting, we talked about it, and one of the things, having been in this space for as long as I have, the one thing that does bother me is the number of times we see the same mistakes being made over and over and over again. And those of us that have been involved in the trenches, working, we've made a lot of mistakes. And as I like to tell my clients, I might not know what the future holds, but I can certainly help them avoid the open manhole covers of what's come before. And I'd like to see more of that for the industry to take advantage of those of us that have been some veterans in this space, if nothing else, to not make the same mistakes again. And I think that'll help move the industry forward overall. Hi, I'm Adrian with StoreStream Metrics here at the Digital Signage Expo. Sign up, sign on, it's all here.